The fight for more than 2 billion shillings that had initially been frozen over money laundering claims that Ecobank has intensified as feuding owners of the firm at the center of the row seek control of the bank accounts. The fight involves Gregory Schmidt and Monthida Rashi from Leos against three Kenyans Stephen Maina Njenga, Felix Rantu Lekishe and Solomon Joseph Maina. Several law firms also lay claim to the money. So far, more than 4 cases have been filed before the High Court as shareholders and directors of Kiwipay Kenya Limited wrangle. Yesterday, Justice Dora Chepkwony directed the parties to file their submissions as she considers who among 3 Kenyans, a woman from Laos and a French passport holder, should control the bank accounts. The bank accounts were unfrozen last year, September, a few days after the Assets and Recovery Agency ARA dropped a case seeking to forfeit the millions to the government over money laundering claims. But Schmidt went back to court and claimed Njenga had obtained a court order for the status quo to be maintained regarding the directorship of Kiwipay Kenya Limited, yet they had already resigned as directors. The Frenchman said the parent company Kiwipay Pte, registered in Singapore, has controlling shares in the Kenyan company. He said Kiwipay Pte held 51% of Kenyan company, Rashi 20%, while the Kenyans held 7.5% each, but they later resigned as directors. Rashi later sued Ecobank, accusing the lender of releasing the money and obtained an order stopping the further release of the money. Another company known as Avistia SRO Limited also joined the fight and accused the lender of allowing the withdrawal of $13,473,110, equivalent to 1.7 billion shillings, from its 3 accounts. Rashi is the director with Pilgrim Company Limited and claims that the funds held in accounts owned by her company were debited into accounts of other entities such as Kiwipay Pte and Kiwipay Kenya Limited without her consent and knowledge. She obtained the order on January 6th, but Schmidt moved back to court and claimed the order issued by Justice Chepkwony was in conflict with an earlier order issued by Justice David Majanja. Kiprop said Rashi is no longer a director of Kiwipay Kenya after a resolution for her removal was allegedly passed last November. The lawyer said the order should be lifted because it exposes the bank accounts to unwarranted access without his client's approval. Ngure on his part said there is no proof that he resigned as director of Kiwipay Kenya Limited. He urged the court to extend the freeze order until the directorship row is resolved. Stanley Lugaria, The Informer, uncovering the truth.